Hey guys, Jeremy here, and today we're going to make a cup of espresso with Abbotsford Crema Signature Blend coffee beans, which were sent to me at no charge for this review. There we go, look at that. Now, there's a couple of things that you really want to pay attention to when it comes to espresso. And number one, you always want fresh beans ground going into your espresso portafilter and basket. And you also want to keep those beans as fresh as possible, and so you want to have a good seal. Now, when I opened this bag, the first thing that I noticed was that it does not have a good seal, nor do I really think that it's got a good packaging. So when you open this, the first thing that you want to do is probably put it into an airtight container. This is not airtight, and if you look at on the inside here, it doesn't really seem to be my top choice for sealing a bag. Now, when you have taken your beans out, you can roll this down and then you can fold these over. But again, this is probably not the best bag to keep your beans fresh at all times. Next thing we notice is the bean. Now, it does clearly say on the front of the package that it is a medium roast bean. And so I want to show you the medium roast. So on the medium roast, you get the light brown, right? You get the light brown, some dark spots, but there's no oils and there's no black spots. And so it's just a pretty light roast, which means that it's not going to be the best bean for coffee, it's not going to be the best bean for espresso. But if you grind it right, then you can get a really good cup of espresso. Now, in my opinion, if you're going to call it crema, then it's going to make a good cup of espresso with a good bit of crema on top. And that's what we're going after today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my beans, I'm going to grind them up, and then we're going to run them through the espresso machine and see what we get. So typically I would use 18 grams of beans in a double shot of espresso. However, with a 51 millimeter, I'm going to drop that down to about 14 grams, and then the output should be somewhere close to 28 to 30 grams. Now, typically what you want to shoot for is a 1 to 2 output. So the 1 would be the 14 grams, output would be 28 grams. Now, I know that my cup weighs 105 grams, and so if you take 105 off of that, we're just a little bit heavy on here. Not too bad though. We should have about 28 grams, and we've got just a smidge over that. So we're good to go. And so we're going to grind this on a good grind, make a fine powder, but not too fine, because if you're too fine, then it's going to pack into that basket, and water's not going to be able to pressure through. So we're going to do it at a 14, check our grind, and make sure that we got a good cup going. All right, so I think that we've got a great cup of espresso. Our output is just about on point, maybe one tweak with the grinder, and we're going to be good to go. So if you're looking for a good cup of espresso, crema from Abbotsford is something worth checking out.